undefeated opponent. Vertigo will be the battleground for map 2.
Now, there's an old Counter-Strike saying, Alex. You can't Counter-Strike. You can't counter-strat what you don't know, and we don't know what Mousesports have to offer on this map. Something that they've apparently been practicing, and we've kicked off the pistol round already. As I was taken down Frozen in a quick exchange there with Chris J.
Got some interesting insights from Carrigan in the interview about how the integration of Bemis has affected their practice schedule and regimen. Not only making time for his schooling, but also having to practice late at night. Not the best oppositions. It's interesting. The black box of Vertigo for Mousesports has been opened. Let's see what they've got for us. Nice headshot, but the first thing I'm noticing, everyone's popping heads. Double for Chris J. Apex, all to do for him. He has nothing but the Glock and the smoke on his side. Overwhelmed, overrun, triple kill for the Dutchman. That is the first. Don't know if he took any damage there. I'm intrigued to know if anyone got a free helmet. Don't think so.
It's quite contrasting here to look at the amount of information there is on Vitality on this map, purely because they were on that massive win streak on it, compared to Mousesports, who we know, with BMAS, have not played it officially. Now, that's when Carrigan, within the interview, is like, well, who's going to be AWPing? You guys don't know, unless you've practiced us, you're not going to have that level of information. Now, previously, Woxic was playing over towards that middle area, but he wouldn't do a lot of AWP work. It was actually Chris J who did a decent chunk. So I'm going to be curious with a new map to see the new approach. And Vitality have opted in with the 4-spy going into the second. So we can see Deagles, Galil in the mix, and a mid-walk coming on through. BMAS will have to deliver early.
Yeah, BMAS quite isolated too. Doesn't have any buddies with him. That's a problem now. Took a lot of damage on that first fight. Does eventually fall, so mid is open for the taking. We saw Vitality show us more to this map than just ramp in the past, and feels like we're going to see that again. But a good nade comes back through, keeps Apex and Zio quite humble in approach. The smoke will kind of create a pause for thought, but Carrigan does not care for it. Straight through, Apex down. Where are they heading, though, with that bomb?
Swings and roundabouts right now, trying to find an opening, trying to find an avenue in. Our Vitality is Frozen Jiggle peeking with that MP9. We'll spot some down towards the forklift room and then bound on back to safety.
He's even got an incendiary, so had he heard steps behind him, he'd have dropped that straight away. Starting to gather towards B. Chris is tucking himself into the almost a one and done, but against this kind of buy, it might be more than just one.
The A stack right now from Mouse. This could be problematic if Chris doesn't get a kill at all.
Or if they start throwing util now.
They didn't clear close. There's the punish. Does he get... Oh, he almost got 3 of them. Not bad, though. 5 HP difference, so he'll take that. Smoke's now up. Zai, we're going to be called to do something beyond...
Surely they don't let him plan.
The ability, you would imagine not, even with all those smokes kind of creating a little bit of problem. Oh, a knife. That's tasty. That's a tasty one.
That is ridiculously tasty. There's not many meals you can have that give you $1,500, but is that a snack?
Good stuff here from Robs, making sure he denies the plant just in time. Would have been unfortunate to get the knife kill and they get the extra money. So Carrigan laughing, having a good time. Important over there for the honeymoon period of the Mousesports squad, and this would be a massive scout for them to take, and it would lock themselves in for the playoffs. Vitality would be another French name falling. We saw G2, they've been having some woes. They weren't able to get into the top 4. Vitality, oh, they're only 14 rounds away from feeling that same fate.
I do want to make a bit of a short shout out to Halloumi.
Halloumi?
Super underrated cheese.
We had Halloumi last night too.
Yeah, magnificent.
Oh, that dinner was, it's so good. One of my favorite places in Cologne.
No, I've had halloumi in my mouth twice in a row. That's rare for me. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Shout out to halloumi. If you haven't tried it, give it a go. It's like the meat of the cheese world.
Yeah.
That's how I'd describe it. We do have the match medic coming in. Looks like we just wanted to reset things and everyone can get their goodies and get this round underway. So no stress.
The stretcher out there on the server.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's our equivalent.
All right, well, some of the keys that I want to talk about with Vitality and their T side on this map, they're relatively individual dependent because they do string out with like 2-1-2 style fights, 2 towards A, 1 towards middle, 2 towards B, or sometimes they'll swing 2 towards mid and 1 towards B. But winning those fights comes down to the individuals. Now, they do set each other up with flashes, smokes, and nades. Okay.
Carrigan.
No damage done. We should be fine. We should be good. Let's... probably going to have a... I'm not going to say it just yet.
I'm hearing
It's
typing.
definitely... Okay, so Carrigan lagged just there. No damage was done, meaning no harm, no foul. We had no idea what the approach was going to be at that point. It's all good. It was just an eco from Vitality, so we will get this one reloaded again.
Okay, third time's the charm.
We definitely don't want to have any compromises here in a game with so much on the line.
Yeah, I mean, just to reiterate, there's a good chance that some of you joining us here missed the prelude, or the first map. The lay of the land for this game is playoffs. Winner takes it, loser doesn't. Playoffs for the ESL Pro League, not only a part of the ESL Pro Tour, but also a handsome prize purse and a good way to keep yourself busy.
I've been struggling with that lately.
Yeah?
It's just so much Counter-Strike, Lauren.
Are you struggling to keep yourself busy then?
I love Counter-Strike so much I don't look at it like a chore that keeps me busy.
Goodness me.
Had to really try and worm my way out of that one, didn't I?
No, I do want to kind of boil this down to, I feel like we get to see, not necessarily the future for Mousesports, but like something that could be brought onto a desk for a couple of games. If they do, let's say they win here, they look good on Vertigo, the map pool gets quite fun, doesn't it? Because then they've got Vertigo in their map pool. Clearly playable if they do best Vitality of all people on it. Could be a fun topic. Or Carrigan is the best imposter and he makes some great old fictional story tales up.
Well, look, you need to have a bit of that about you, I think. We need more... Well, we don't need more of it, but we need players who are willing to play the game inside and out of the server. This is...
It's a difference.
It is a mental game, that is for sure. And somebody who is as tenured as a leader as Carrigan knows all the tricks of the trade.
Oh, I keep thinking about halloumi cheese now.
I'm telling you.
It just makes you feel like Nando's. You got that like nice spicy chicken, the salty halloumi cheese in there. Oh,
I'm so excited that there's a UK player on Cloud9. Not only one, but two.
I'm just glad it's not someone that I've seen before who's been washed through the, you know, out on the ringer, years and years. No, fresh talent coming up, gets to be shaped by one of the best IGLs out there. Surrounded probably some, I'd assume they go for some experienced players now as well to bolster that kind of like, you know, young and new.
Well, look, you guys are keen to see it. Obviously, you're Brits, so there's a little bit of excitement right there. But to be honest, there are a lot of question marks here. Like, Alex has to deliver in a big way. Let's be real. He signed a massive contract, and he hasn't played at the top level in some time now. So to just think he's going to come back in and pick up where he left off, that's a huge question mark. And then the new pickup of Mezzi. Like I said, he wasn't even on my radar whatsoever. That doesn't mean he's not a good player. I have to watch the Tier 1 Counter-Strike, you know.
Don't have time to trawl into that.
It's crazy for me to be looking that deep. So he might be just another one of these diamonds in a rough, and it'd be fantastic to have a legitimate UK star. We haven't had one of those since 4 Kings days.
I mean, for heaven's sake, just because he hasn't necessarily been, you know, playing one particular circuit and achieving there doesn't mean he's not got the ability. Look at Masuta, for example. I mean, he was actually your raw FPL star, and it took him a long process of adaptation into the team game. And of course, that's the same journey ahead of Mezzi, admittedly. Sounds like he's already a couple of steps ahead in that respect, more of a ROPS in that respect in terms of the team play and the understanding of the game. Masuta more of a blunt object initially, but has been formed. Some would refer to him as a malleable player.
Yeah, Rush, would you refer to him in that way?
What's that? Say that again, sorry?
Would you consider Masuta to be, now this is a bit of a big word, so get ready, malleable?
He is, yeah, look, guys, this Masuta guy is a malleable player. You know, he's still up and coming, I think. I think he's slotting in the team absolutely fantastically.
Rush, who would you say would be a safe pair of hands?
A safe pair of hands, you're looking at your Shoxes, you're looking at your Zywus. They're a safe pair of hands. You can guarantee some snappy frags coming out from them.
Would you say there's a Rock on the team?
Yeah, look, right. The Rock, Apex. He gets that signature scout out.
You're forgetting about RPK or what?
Oh, yeah, good point.
RPK is such a rock.
He is, well, a rock and a tank, I guess they are pretty similar. One's got tracks and one doesn't move at all. But, I mean, RPK, once he's moving, he's fragging.
All right, and Rush, how do you feel about Halloumi?
Halloumi, I can't remember last time I had Halloumi, but I do like it. I saw it in the... I got some barbecue as well, but I didn't take any. And when Alex was talking about it now, I'm feeling like I should have. But
go grab one.
I doubled down on the mushrooms, though. I'm a big mushroom fan.
Okay.
They were so good.
Really nice. I love like a garlic mushroom as well. That was always mine. Like, I love it. You're not a fan, Alex?
I don't
I don't like mushrooms.
Mushrooms, they're in a
Is it
weird...
the texture or...
They're in a weird middle ground for me. Like, if we're frying them,
Yeah.
I'm down for a fried mushroom, but like, even then, sometimes they're a bit rubbery. Like I'm biting into it and I'm getting too much resistance and then not enough immediately after.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Like there's a pop to them that I feel is unwelcome.
I have a real issue with textures. Like I don't like a lot of fruit because
that's
it's
why
like a
Chad
mushy
blends
texture.
everything. Like he makes a ketchup sandwich,
and
then he puts it in the blender and
See,
drinks it.
I'm the opposite. I have to normally eat things separately, so I don't like mixing textures.
Okay, so
You know, like the nightmare of when you bite into something you think is going to be a certain texture, and then you get like a crunch. You're like, oh no! And
surprising
you, like,
crunch.
Yeah, you just get that cold shiver.
like when you've got a wasp in your beer and you have a sip.
Why have you done that to me?
Sorry. But it was back into the round 3. Does it look like we're back and Carrigan's got his internet plugged in again? We have to start walking here. My goodness, the sound cues on Vertigo are comical.
The jiggle again from Frozen, actually a bit more than a jiggle.
That's a wide jig.
Full body. Alright, standing away, not a lot to deal with. Well, I thought it'd be cleaner than that.
Yeah. Now Zai was just taking over the game, it seems. He's just used a P250 like a rifle and entry frag 2, fully bought up CT. And they even pick up an MP9. This could go awry. Bemis reaggressing though. Love to see that. Zaiwu caught off. Did not expect to see them falling out of that passive stance. And Chris J just going to go sniping with his very stylish MP7. That's the whiteout. 3-0 though. See how that one spiraled. Zaiwu, look at this second shot. Just full on running.
He's so confident with that thing.
So right now we've got the ball pub out in the hands of Carrigan. Rops is actually going to be doing some AWPing, so he'll be wielding that bad boy over towards the B bomb side. It looks like they haven't really changed their CT-sided setup a lot. Say, BMAS, you'll be taking Guaxing's position. Hold middle, my friend.
Ooh, Pacey from RPK. I think he's looking for a little bit of a way through there. Just trying to get a little... maybe noticed earlier, I'm not sure. We've got a little bit of a split here. Zaiwu, though, looking for some attention. He might get it from Frozen, but wonder if Frozen would dare. Those smokes do give away just enough room to see him. Ooh, what we got going on there? A little bit of a boosty boost. Okay.
We might... Okay. Very aware from Rops. That was great stuff.
Head.
Apex is going to do his best to get one back. That's a great nade. 53 damage.
Yeah, right on his nose. Chris J's going to swing on that and sends Apex back. Still yet to see a frag from Apex.
I wouldn't be re-peeking that with the AWP there.
No, but I think Chris J might be going for info. Either way, he's chilling for now.
It's a very passive setup on A. Vitality can easily steal this back. The number disadvantage with all the room that they have doesn't really matter.
You're right.
Oh.
They can't stop this plant.
Nice flash. Oh, that Misuta, that's bold. Not too brazen, but I'm not sure if anyone can nade or do anything. They've got mollies, but nothing more. Misuta's still alive. I don't know how he's made it out of there. 12 HP and he lives. So this retake gets a little bit trickier because another one slipped away. No easy kills being offered up. Flash in again. Shock's just going to play the time and...
Half ticked.
I don't... If they don't get a kill now, it's get out of there.
Smoke on the bomb. Late retake off the flash. They're in. Don't clear their corners though, and they're both just knife out. Triple kill for Shocks. And that's one fantastic way to overcome a man advantage. You called that perfectly, Chad. Doesn't matter if they found the opening pick. That was such a passive hold. Mousesports just basically let them in. They just had to walk on out, drop their nades.
I have some worries if it is Carrigan and Frozen, the two individuals having to deal with the A plays, and we've already get flatlined right there, RPK. That's a long way down, head first. But some of the problems that I have with having Carrigan and Frozen over there, it's not that I don't think that they can both deliver. I just think having that as your two individuals, I would want to have Rob says your B anchor. Yeah, okay, I can see that. But I'd maybe want to be having BMAS over there, have some really hungry riflers to get the job done. They've invested again. AWP for Chris, rifles for everybody but Frozen, only with that deagle. Carrigan with that smoke at his feet, it's being used as a one-way. So you can pick over the top of that at the start. If it is faster A-ramp plays coming out from the side of things of Vitality, as we can see here, they're more than happy to slow things down, allow Zaiwu to work with the AWP. And now the rifles, as a bit of a caravan, can make their way on up the ramp. Lots of pressure to be applied. Difficult to see how Carrigan gets a kill here.
He sticks around on it. That's going to slow down for a second. No, they speed up. Apex charging in. Carrigan now isolated. How is he still standing? Two big fights. He finally falls on the third. Frozen now called into attention. Slow down the roll. Hinder them for a second. Allow those rotations. Molly now forces him out, but he still lives.
He's got a gap for that. That's perfect. So no bomb will be planted unless Masuta is feeling brave. A second flash to try and get him into the site, and it works. Good usage, but they've lost Zywoo in the process. 2 on 4. Robs, he hits another. Masuta to clutch. 4 players. He's already made it 3. He's already made it 2. He's doing some quick maths here, but Masuta not able to overcome the adversity. It will be a defuse coming in courtesy of Frozen. No kits on either, so a full 10 seconds. They had to find those frags relatively quickly. They did. Credit to Carrigan for the 2 he managed to provide.
Yeah, that was huge stuff from Carrigan.
A little angle he was holding onto the scaff cross. Ball, this is exactly what I'm referring to. Yeah, very
so
strong.
Risky. The reason I say it's risky is because if they walk up on the sandbag side, which is just below him, they could jump up and be in his face before he even knows what's going on. So well handled from Rups here.
Big round.
Masuda did his best to make that expensive. You don't want to, well, there's no need to worry right now if you are Vitality just yet. This is still very early stages. This was the map I said a couple of days ago was sitting 50-50 in terms of round distribution. Carrigan actually taking the AWP over towards A. So we have double AWPs out to play.
See how Carrigan fares. Bear in mind, we did see Rops, obviously, not too long ago, looking glorious, but Carrigan has to have a go at it. But he's got plenty of targets. Oh, dangerous games we're playing here. Zywoo now fully alert. Fully aware at Apex, fully on the site. That's a problem. What's gone on here? Bit of a miscommunication. Something has gone terribly wrong. Frozen a mile away. This is done, surely.
I mean, this is going to be no fun at all. The bomb is really late. Like, they had to pick it up. RPK's jogging his way there now. You know, like when you kind of, the traffic light's been green from a distance, and by the time you've got there, you're kind of doing that awkward run, walk.
Someone holds the door for you, but it's a bit too far away. You do a little like,
the courtesy jog.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Oh, making me feel weird.
So RPK is going to be getting that bomb down, and I mean, I don't know what Mousesports' intentions are here, because it has to surely be the save. They've got people still at B. CT, like, they stood still this entire time. It must be the save.
Yeah, and I really just, this is the problem over towards A. So last round, Carrigan gets away with 2. This time, Apex walks into the side, gets 1 kill, and it's all over Red Rover.
You suggesting or implying that there may need to be an additional member?
I think that 3 players over towards the A side of things, even if it's just one of them being a utility bitch, just throwing some nades early to set them on up, like that's what you need to bolster that kind of defense.
Oh, cool cam. Ooh.
I know that other sides of the map and mid is something that Vitality do like to pressure from time to time, but I feel you could play that a little bit more passively off the bat. But we're still early stages. That's only round number 6.
So how's Vitality's run on this still going? It was flawless?
They lost to Complexity, yeah.
That was the only loss they've suffered, right?
Yeah, and that was not ideal in terms of them going down 2-0. It wasn't too much of a fight. I think it was 16-10, 16-11 on the 2 maps that they did lose to Complexity just the other day.
I'm going to be honest, if I bloody see something terrible happen to Shox that's going to frustrate him in this round, I'm going to be a bit mad.
Yeah, me too. And we apologize to everybody at home if that does happen. There's only so much we can do about that.
No worries, Zywoo doesn't matter to him. This could be a frustrating moment, though. Flashed in, Carrigan, time to go. He's found 2 of them. They're on the bridge. They're dead. Carrigan, that's brilliant. Quick smoke, though. Does he get up in time? Oh, my word. There's the tilt factor. Oh, RPK and Masuta. Gotta be reeling after that.
The fact he gets his weapon out for that third. Very impressed.
Look at Chris taking the space now.
Yeah, I love the angle as well. You can hold, like, this is just such a lock of the doors. As soon as you get yourself to those bottom of T steps, he can just go wherever he wants. He's got entirety of their rotate off A covered.
He needs to just play to contain. If he continues forward, he will get taken down because we can see the flank is being watched. BMS now just scouring over towards middle, making sure nobody's home. And now it will be the A play. So bomb on the back. Utility is good. They could smoke off either side of the site quite easily. Molotovs as well to deal with Frozen's boost position. Chris J's flank will come into play eventually. But they're keeping it quiet. Slow and steady pace. Sound cues, nothing yet. There's the first one. Steps up, Frozen gets an easy kill. Doesn't convert the second, but BMAS does. He was very close in that 3-on-2 situation. That was all kicked on off there by Carrigan and that aggressive MP9 play, making it work wonders. We'll get a replay of that.
Just seems that Vertigo, he swapped the I for a Y. He has fully taken over. There's the triple. 1,000-yard stare for RPK after that one.
What's that guy got his head in up the top there? Is it like a box?
Piece of paper.
Okay, well, fast back towards A we go. Still 2 to defend. The rotation's coming over from Chris J. The sound cues have been called. Carrigan, someone going to set him up? Yeah, the flash is good.
New look, haven't seen him yet. Now, position noted. Can he make it away in time? Oh, I want to say yes, barely. Does make it away, actually unscathed.
Yeah, impressive stuff. Not a single point of damage done to Carrigan on those 2 fights with the flashes. You can see their intention, really cool. Zaiwu's redirection during that smoke fight was part of the reason he's still alive and kicking now.
I feel like they're committed to the A site right now, Vitality. It's the only space they have to work with, and they're getting stalled out by utility. The rotation is good. 3 players on the scene. Rops and BMAS will have grenades for the retake, or to deny the plan if the other 3 are able to stall out. Zaiwu low. Another smoke now from Carrigan to cut off this short position. He's going to buy them out until roughly 30 seconds.
Apex the entry fragger, folks. Remember the name, remember the role. 35 seconds, he's got to start doing something. Chris J's playing close. God, that is ballsy. He will be ahead of their flash.
Oh, he's going to be right there. How did he get away with that? I really don't know. I thought he'd have him on the peak, but... Still a chance here, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. They're so low. Bomb needs to go down now. It's RPK to deliver it. That nade's going to land on his toes. Down to 26. They're all so low. Less than 70 health between the 3 remaining. Bemis cuts them down to size even further. 44 for Zaiwu and Shox. 1 bullet can seal their fate, but they also have the capacity. AK on the tight line. Oh, and just on the flash they peek. Staring at the wall, staring at the concrete, and soon perhaps staring at, yeah, EPL.
Just 2 bullets, did it, dead. Well, now 6 on the board for Mouse. Okay, if Mouse get up to 8 or 9, and it looks like they're going to post more, we need to start getting worried for Vitality. Still, early stages, plants, damage getting done. I'm not worried just yet. Mouse are looking good. They are looking
Carrigan's
good.
looking awake. The way he's been approaching this A ramp, every round has been different from him. It was sandbags, it was an MP9 rush, it was double flashes on that sandbag push. What else did they do?
Orping on scaff.
Thank you. Orping on the scaff, the one way over the so every round he's pulled out a different trick.
Chris has been flanking quite a lot. We've seen him in a couple rounds there with the MP7 as well as the rifle in a previous round as well. And this is what we're talking about. You don't know what you're going up against for Vitality, so you need to hope that your game plan works. So far, mixed success and a mixed buy. RPK, P250, Zaiwu, Tech 9, P250 for Shox. Suter still deciding what he wants to buy. Has bought Kevlar and a Deagle. Smoke, AK-47 for Apex. Head armor behind that, and towards middle we truck. So that's BMAS's domain. Flashed off early. That's a good flash work. He's playing it safe.
Fallen all the way back there. I quite like that. Very, very safe. We saw this before. Careful, Carrigan. It's a dangerous game. Not just because of their own, but because they can shoot back as well. But this is where the dangers could have risen if he'd stuck around too long.
But look, they've made them respect the A presence already, and Apex is just walking up. This is such a passive hold from Mousesports.
You hated this last time.
Yeah, don't worry about the weapons you see. If Vitality can get site control, there is a real chance that they can take away another round. And on a partial buy, that could be huge. BMAS needs this kill. Zaiwu taken out of the equation. And now it's going to be a 4 on, well, I guess 2 over towards A attack.
Oh, geez. Okay, Carrigan catching the head. Bomb will go down, though. Not like it's going to be a particularly fun one, though. Nades and Molotovs catching Shox. Apex with that AK has to do a lot. RPK, chance with a P250. Heads present themselves. Apex, 15 bullets, make it 9. Too many targets. Overrun. Bemis just working out how to defuse.
I would probably be making sure if I was Mousesports, I have 3 players over towards the A side, or at least somebody close this round, because Vitality is still getting into the site, or at least close enough to the site to get that bomb down. Now, the money's looking good. They will be able to purchase whatever they need. 7-2. Okay, maybe now we start to get a little bit worried. It did get dicey there for a second. That's a left eye peek. Just that's such an awkward duel coming out of that elevator room. So the AUG right there making it a little bit easier to handle.
Does look like a beer crate, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was, yeah. All right, what have you got for us, Vitality? Let's not let this one simmer out. We built this match up to be a big one.
I think it would be huge if Mousesports were the second team to take Vitality down on Vertigo, to be honest. No one can argue they've not brought their A game. This is playoffs. Carrigan trying his best, trying his damnedest, baited in, the nade could find him, but look at that. All 5 of them retreating after finding the first blood. They've taken down the king of the castle. And so, ladies and gentlemen, with Rob's rotating off, he's going to find himself a lot to do. If they walk straight back to mid to the B site here on contact, there's nobody home. And Shox is just constantly sitting there trying to sell this fake. Ooh. Wow.
Ooh.
God, he's done so well.
Robs is getting back in time, like legit. So as BMAS does find Shox and Chris tries to trade, he does.
Coming back.
Oh no!
Chris has got a lot to do here. Masuta finds him pivoting back and forth, back and forth. Frozen doesn't know where the bloody hell he's supposed to go. It does seem like A will be the final port of call. Smokes for the bomb. Frozen. Oh, he's actually got the element of surprise there. If he can catch... Oh, yes, nice. Perfect positioning. RPK, Masuta, Rob's just been running from this entire round. So Vitality, they managed to pull those strings and maneuver those CTs into uncomfortable angles.
Yeah, it was good that Vitality were happy to play in limbo there, because the information that kept getting presented to them was enough for them to make calls. If they had stuck to their guns and maybe ran into a site, Rops, Frozen, they would have been over there towards B, maybe able to stifle that attack. But by waiting out the aggression, Shox getting one, eventually getting traded, they were able to stay and keeping Mousesports moving around. And here it's just Rops trying to hold on to this AWP. Frozen's cash is not fantastic. And, well, the AWP will drop as well. So we can see here BMAS has 9.5. They should be able to drop guns. There won't be too many dramas. This was the opening. Carrigan trying to be cheeky and aggressive more. Now they're up to the scoreline of 7-3. You could settle into something a little bit more normal if you're Mousesports. Let Vitality try and play their game. You're trying to unravel it. You're trying to stop them from going to their normal pieces. And by doing that, they're having to adjust and they're ready for all these Aggie moves.
Excited to see how Carrigan now approaches that same ramp play. I think that's the first time we saw him lose cleanly that fight. And no trade, the flash it didn't quite do the job, so heading up towards sandbags. Does have a way more present buddy with him though this time. Frozen way closer by. Chris J not too far off either. Molly intended towards Scaff. Apex slightly ahead, but isolated, plays in front of it. Oh, the spray works better for Frozen. Nice little flash coming in from Chris J too. A little bit of a, have a good time, bud.
Now they have that opening, they're more than happy to drop back. I think they feel like they're going to push Vitality away from this ramp position. But as we can see on the radar, they're more than happy to continue forward. Now, clearing out as the smoke fades. Zoe with the AWP, the passive A hold again.
They still have that molly on Zywoo, so that could be cleared.
Are they going to clear it? Zywoo's going to go up and over. He should have the advantage on this frag.
Seems so aware of the possibility.
The scope will be heard.
He's got to have heard that, right? That has to have been called. That's going to be heard. He's not
no flash.
Doing this. He's still looking to see, wait, what's happening? Oh, Zywoo. Just deduction, working it out in the end. And now the 3 remainders are pretty far from this.
Should be a save call now that Chris has gone down. There's no reason to try and get back in this when you've lost deck, heaven position. Deck? Why do I call it deck?
Deck's not bad, though.
Deck's not a bad name.
No.
On the upper deck.
I've been calling it snipers for some stupid reason. I think it's because it's snipers deck. But yeah, deck, significantly quicker.
It's quite funny every time we play with someone new, we get like, oh, that's Zipniks. No, this is everyone's got the different little player calls. It is always good to hear. Makes me laugh.
It's a
I
cool
don't know where
thing.
Zipnix was.
Yeah,
No way.
look.
No idea.
4 rounds. I don't know. Do we have to worry? I don't know if we do. I think Vitality are looking good now. They're poised, right? They're not getting flustered. If you were down 7-2 and you kept going quick and they just were losing those rounds, then I would worry. But they've actually stabilized at this point. And now they've taken control of the economy.
2 consecutive rounds, right?
Yes.
I think the Mousesports will just remain that kind of question mark. So I can't say, well, they've got the T side and they're solid on it.
Yeah, we have
right?
no idea.
Because technically this is quite an even map. So this scoreline's not too bad. It could be reasonable. Oh my god, it's brave and it's worked. Zywoo's across.
Yeah.
No one was at B.
Look at the space he's got here. RPK's there too. Oh, Mousesports, you're going to hate the way this one plays out.
No.
I'll tell you now, this is going to be catastrophically unfun for all of Mousesports. They've lost B, and they're about to have a double-pronged flank into their A stack. In fact, oh no, not with his knife out. Even worse, Rob's caught completely unawares, blindsided as they've gone all the way through B. Now B's the bomb's gone down. Zywoo gets an AWP out of the only weapon you had. One of them now in his hands. Catches Chris Jane. It's another double kill from Zywoo that translates into a round win. Yes, Vitality composed now. And admittedly, yes, Mousesports T-side is a black box. We really do not know what to expect from them there. And with all of that said, we can sit back, relax, and wait for that bomb to explode. That's exactly what the teams are doing. Can see the update for the games. Astrana Spirit on Nuke looks to be going pretty damn close. Exciting to see that Spirit are pushing them.
Just realised it's Magix and
Magisk. Yeah, God.
Oh,
who's casting that one?
Absolute nightmare
fun.
fuel for any commentator.
Lucky.
It took me a solid 6 months to stop calling Magix Magisk. Legit. Legit. Like, because I just forced myself to say Magisk for when I was wanting to say Magix. And wow, that is magic from Zywoo. Rob spearheads him, though.
Don't get to do it twice, do you? Okay. Still got shots on the AWP here. On the other side, of course, unavailable. Smoke going down. And now this is, again, early advantage to Mousesports. We have been seeing that happen before and then being turned, but on that side of the map. So
But they're playing passive A again, Lauren.
We don't like it, do we?
We don't love it.
We don't love it.
I hate it.
Okay, Chad hates it. I just don't love it. It's a bit different.
I do everything in extremes.
Welcome to Chad's life. You know.
0 to 100, there's
Yep.
no in between.
Nah. For now, though, the T-side will continue. They've got great deals of utility left on the likes of Masuta, Shox, and Apex, so they've got plenty to play with, and time isn't going to be a factor. I like this, though. Aggressing towards the other side of the map at least gives them a fair amount of information on this. RPK could throw a spanner in the works. The mechanic leaning out, having a look towards mid, could catch these passive players quite handedly.
Oh, Chris dealt with that well, and no one's watching the flank. Watch this, Rob's 1.5. Feels like they have to go A now.
Yeah, there's nowhere else to go. The back's been already pressured. You're kind of just stuck here. Apex going to have to turret this out if he wants it. The smokes are still up, at least. I guess that's a tiny, tiny benefit. But there's a nade on Frozen.
Night.
Chad, why don't I see people underhanding and pushing smokes anymore? Why is that all gone?
Underhanding the flashes and pushing through the smokes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, back in the day they'd bounce off the floor and then that changed. Now they underhanded it and then that changed. And now no one's doing any smoke pushes with their own flash.
I think the sound cue has gotten to the point where players are so good at being ready and turning away and coming back with those now.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel... The pop flash from a teammate is actually more ideal because from range, that sound will not be heard. But yeah, you're right. It is no longer in vogue. It's no longer in fashion to be going for plays like that, only when it's extremely desperate. And I do think that's a big play to do with those sound cues.
What is this up to? Okay, let's follow this one. Rush is right. Oh, it's just a pop flash for the top of a ram. That's cool. They've worked that one out. And oh, lovely from Carrigan. his consistent pressure. He's got a smoke to escape as well. He'll mantle up on this. Yes, yes, Carrigan. He's playing some real Counter-Strike global offensive here, folks. Great spray control from Apex, but Carrigan immediately there to trade, using that smoke to disappear, evade the flash, continue to be an absolute rascal. I love it. Love this. Headshot angle, but RPK will knock him off his perch. Damage done. Carrigan.
Still a 3v3 though.
Oh, the flank.
That's big from Masuta. He's behind them. Where he's come from, I have no idea. But Chris J, oh my god, he's in the smoke. They are none the wiser. No bomb plant yet. Oh, he doesn't wait on that one. He goes for it, maybe a little early, but he's hindered the block, but it sets up Robs, and Robs is damn good at his job. Still got the AWP train, trying to be baited, but he won't fall for those tricks, Masuta. Bloody hell, what a flank, but meant absolutely nothing.
Wow, what a round that was.
We skybox that one, even if it's for afterwards.
Yeah,
like,
I'll bring it up in the post,
Yeah.
I think. I'll see if I can just
Yeah. Like the whole Carrigan sequence.
Scenario, yeah.
Loved the Carrigan sequence. The fact he's still going for sample. Wow, that run boost is scary. Funny to see the Rops POV of that one from the round before, but you can see jumping out of the line of fight, doesn't fire a shot, knows he's being baited. Look at that jump. Boom. Magnificent. Flashes B. On RPK. Apex has got another smoke for us from Apex's school of smoke grenades.
This is difficult for Rops to defend here. He has given up the B lobby. I assume the nades will come in before they face this part of the stairwell.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's smoking like construction or something, so as it flies through the sky, they boost up. Burning a lot. Robs is in trouble. Underhand nade can do a lot of damage, and it doesn't do enough. Robs is still alive, though. He's still hitting shots. Oh my god, he has taken down Zywoo on the quad position. Carrigan does well to find another, and all onto RPK. He's so low. With 4 HP, he'd have to find a pristine, immaculate shot onto Carrigan. Now his position's been given up, and it's just formality. There was flame on the floor. And that's 10 on the door for Mousesports. My god, what a half. They ain't complaining. 10-5. CT side of Vertigo. The black box, the first look of Mousesports Vertigo, and it's 10 rounds on the defense.
5 is the half, and I wouldn't blame you if you're thinking it was Vitality's favor, but it's not. Mousesports coming out, the black box as labeled, looking great, but scores on the doors elsewhere. Astralis do end up looking very good against Spirit. That kind of answers that question. Curious to see how that kind of changes up the seedings. Fnatic just about ahead of NIP for now, but not by much.
I knew they could be close, though. The fact it's 11-10, Fnatic and IP with Threat no less playing in
Not
that
bad.
one.
You called it.
Yeah, those guys, those Orgs have got some ridiculous amount of history, and that's one of the many reasons Counter-Strike's the best game in the world. Anyway.
3 middle for the CT side defense. Karrigan has to be careful.
He's got some util, though, and Masuuta's about to catch a Glock in the jaw. No, Zywoo, uninterested. Frozen and Bemis into the B site, though. Absolutely happy with that. Hard angle, good dink, and what the bloody hell was that? An accidental headshot. He was hunting RPK, and he accidentally pulled up a Masuuta. Now they're hunting and they're overwhelming. He needs a fresh mag. He's going to get really overwhelmed. Go! Bemis does so well. A triple kill. Rops is on the flank. It's going to have to be magnificent. 2 left, and there's a kit on Shox. He's already on it. 5 seconds, and it's not able to contest. So Vitality will take the pistol round, courtesy of a swarm of CTBs.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was high intensity that round. The utility that was used, there was a lot dumped towards middle by Karrigan and Rops respectively here. You might... Oh, we won't, because all the kills went down on the B bomb site. But they were trying to cut off that rotation, draw the players out of the B site, and then if there were players mid, which were there plenty, make it a longer rotation time back on over.
And then Rops, ideally, when the bomb's going down, is the one that's coming through mid, and he cleans up the awkward crossfire.
But look at this buy, Alex.
Hello.
You must got 3 kills. That mean he had 3,700. Could buy AK head armor. They've dropped across AKs to get Frozen 1 and Rops 1. So it's 3 youngsters with AK-47s, and they are looking to do some damage.
Okay, that's enough for me. You know, look at them, both of them. Was that an M4? I think it might have been, you know.
Yes.
Okay, whatever. A rifle, regardless of what it may have been, is now sitting idle in middle. Yeah, FAMAS indeed. Karrigan's going to get the information. They've boosted Zywoo up. Karrigan now can just sit in middle, close corner.
Rops is flashing for him. Oh, it's a smoke. That's one angle taken out.
Zywoo's on the boost box.
Oh,
nice. Flashing into B, though. This round is far from over. 2 armored AKs still in play. Bomb to be planted from Chris J. Safe corner.
no flank.
Oh, it's a tough line. He missed to do it all. Chris J trying to rock the boat, but it's not quite going to work out for him. And Bemis is just playing the survival game. They've got a molly for his position. And wallbangs as well. Frozen on to the first 2. He's looking for the 1v4. And Apex is the one to stop that in its tracks.
2 AKs picked up now by Vitality. So that force by coming through from Mousesports has given a lot across to the Vitality side, as well as 7 rounds. And this is where we get to see what Mousesports really have to offer. So we've seen some unique approaches so far towards middle and B within the first 2 rounds. Normally it's the A plays on Vertigo. And now this was this boost up and over with Shox and Zywoo locking things down after that early exchange. Apex on the scene here to finish off Frozen. And a big round because, ladies and gentlemen, whoever loses this game will not be through to the playoffs. The winner guaranteed a slot within the top 4 of Group B. Top 8 overall of the 16 teams we've had duking it out over these last 3 weeks. They've got a whole week off. So it's time for some rest, some recoup, and some re-strategizing.
I wonder how the Enigma approaches this one. Mousesports. I'll take on potentially RPK here, and he's having none of that. Went to look for information, sees enough. Definitely seen a player. Falling away, though. Not going to let themselves be picked up by these pesky pistols and that one rifle that still looks a little scary in the hands of Rops. Don't like that. That's stunning, though. I love that.
God.
That was
My fear aside. Woo.
Exactly what the doctor ordered, wasn't it?
Rops is not afraid of heights.
Not at all. God, what a risky maneuver. Now, I'm always intrigued when you see the best AWPers in the world approach ramp. And I've noticed Device's approach, Kenny S, Zywoo. This sandbag angle. So many fallback opportunities. So he's just hoping for the wide swinger. Then he'll tuck in. And yeah, okay, that's enough. Flash for the repeat from a higher elevation. And he does find the first. Now he can fall back. He's got smokes, but that's all they wanted. Draw the attention, draw the rotate into Carrigan. And remind you, there is only one AK in play, so as they do flip-flop and swing this pendulum back and forth, Shox is in a prime position to find one. Unless Frozen's free fire is as good as that. Okay, and he's even got a smoke, so I'm like legit starting to get a little excited here, Lauren.
Yeah, Chris J posted up with the Tech 9. That's not bad either, about the range you want it to be in. Here comes Masuta. Flash was good. Chris J, though, succeeds. And now the last two are sweating bullets. You get a little bit nervous now. Chris J makes it 2, makes it 3. Bloody hell, that initial shot from Rops was just filth. Frozen then goes, oh, I've seen what you've done there. I'll have a go. Why not?
Why on earth have they got nothing coming into this one? 1,500, we'll see what side we got up to. So that was the first test, but this was the boost we're referring to. This is gorgeous. Look at that, out of RPK's blind spot and catching his head. Woof.
That's wild. I thought Chris was going to overextend like he did in the previous with the Deagle, but this time actually just danced around. I was able to make that Mac 10 work, Tech 9 work, in the same way we saw Cadian do it on Nuke for Heroic. So it will be the force fight from Vitality. If they lose this one, they're in a real world of hurt. Will have to be the save in the following with only the $1,900 loss bonus coming through. Mousesports will be up to 13 rounds at that point, but they need to weather round 19 first.
Yeah, far from a guarantee.
I like this little bait setup here. So Masuta won't be spotted behind these sandbags unless there is a higher elevation. And Shox will be able to bait him in.
It's such a groovy little smoke. You see the little rebound it does?
Like a curly straw.
Yeah, exactly. The crazy straws. That was what my that was how my grandma made sure we drank water. She got us both our own personalized crazy straw.
I remember having to go to the Disney store for that. That thing was overpriced, but I was into it.
Now then. Bait setup doesn't quite work so well now. Oh, the timing. They choose to fall out. The utility being deployed is enough to force them out of their aggressive line of sight. Carrigan on the T side AWP as well. So he's got a smoke for CT. I'm going to pay attention to that one. Thanks, Rush. So he finds the first. Masuta is quickly traded. They push into the meat grinder. And it does look like we'll be seeing a few more meat pies on the menu tonight.
This is great. They're not going A at all. And I like this just from a tactical standpoint, not even from a, hey, Mousesports a winning standpoint, from a, we're getting to see a different variation of Vertigo than what we see every single time we tune in towards this map.
Yeah, it's B, it's mid.
Yeah, and they're using utility through this part of the map, which I'm surprised teams haven't been doing up until this point. See how easily they isolated that B rotation? The reason you see them flooding through that smoke is because if they don't, they get locked out and the choke point becomes tiny. They're hoping to make kills in the flurry and fray of the take, and they weren't able to do so. They were still negated. Zawu not clearing his corners. Ropsy boy. Not going to knife him this time, so not being as mean as he could be. Grabs himself a Deagle. Now it's 12. Now you see what I'm saying. 1,900 loss bonus, no money. They have to take the save. 2,400 in the following. That's going to put most of them around 4.5K. And then if they lose that gun round, well, that's basically the game. So, pressure now, Vitality.
You can see Apex get slightly shocked when Rops shot there. That was actually, yeah, that was quite funny. But it is full USBs. It doesn't get more eco than this. ECO. Just me reminding myself how to spell more than anything else. So, Mr. Carrigan, how do you not lose your AWP against 5 USBs on ramp? The answer is don't go there.
I like that answer. Seems like a damn good one. Just so many like elevations to ramp where it gives them that second.
I mean, if they were to peak from, they could peak from 5 different spots, like 5 different angles of elevation. Scaff, one on the upper, one on the lower, one on the crane, one on the sandbag swing.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. There it is. They do it. No one's home, so they'll start their walk. They'll want to maintain a degree of silence here. It looks like Mousesports are just waiting for this. Yeah.
Rosen, how many you? Okay,
all right. No.
Someone's going to turn around.
No, they're not.
Someone will.
Nope.
Someone always turns around.
Have a look.
No one's going to turn around, Chad. Watch this. This is about to be the fastest first flank, and it was frozen. Okie dokie. Right, it's over. 13-7. Game far from over, but Vitality starting to have this one slip through their fingers. This could be the second Vertigo taken from them by an all too different means. And finally, there's some cash on their side. This was all a product of the ridiculous win. Oh, wow. Mousesports jumped.
Hello.
He jumped around the corner. Frozen gets that info and gets a double as well.
Ooh, okay, so ZywOo hasn't opted to go for the glass cannon. He had enough to invest in it. The 4,750, the exact same price of the AWP, but he's gone for the rifle instead. Not a single defuse kit in play. We only have a total of 4 smokes, 2 Molotovs, 1 HE, and a couple of flashbangs. So as soon as Vitality's utility is whittled on down, it just becomes about those heads-up duels. So postured forward in the flurry, and Carrigan taking out Apex.
What? It wasn't even a smoke shot.
Yeah.
Lauren.
As he jumped up
My brain just did
scaffolding.
the same as yours. Like, wait, what?
But ramp smoke.
Must have been just that there's a little gap towards the top right of those smokes normally, top right and top left. This is a one-way right here being used just for progression, for scaffolding, keeping themselves safe. And now ZywOo's having to use his grenade. So check it out. A minute, 10 seconds left. We're only working with 1 smoke, 2 Molotovs, and 3 flashbangs. And once again, no defuse kit.
But they're all together. That's a lot of guns facing your way. Bemis is in so much danger. Switches to the smoke. Danger call. Carrigan wants to fight. Robs is with him. Almost had him there.
Yeah, Frozen trades. So it's all onto ZywOo.
No, it was here.
How did they confirm that? Well, he confirms it for us now as well. Okay. Time to play. Frozen low, likely going to be the first contact. Rob's perhaps trying to walk up short at this point. They're going to try and pincer or group up for the swing. Seems like it might be the latter.
Well, this is the fight right here. If he beats Rops, it's on. Bomb's been picked up. 20 seconds. Frozen has to go A.
He thinks it's B.
Oh my god.
Trying to fake the steps at least.
Is Frozen full for it?
Not quite. Oh, and he hits the shot. Okay, Frozen. Definitely woke up and feeling frisky today, as he's already been the monster on Nuke, and he's contributing again in those 1v1s, those clutches, necessary wins for Mouse in order to convert this one. That was the angle.
Is it?
So
You're right, Chad.
Yeah, he ran across the ramp and then jumped across. So he didn't go around the regular scaffolding route. And the fact that Carrigan hits that quick flick, huge stuff there. This is the final shot. So, I guess ZywOo with the timing there. And you can see what that round means. And here's why the round is important. Check out the buy.
Oh, he's put him right down to nothing.
Yeah, it was only 2,900 as the loss bonus. So just a partial investment here.
They're on peanuts again.
The thing is, if Mousesports win this round, that's 15. And it's another one of those games, a matter of time.
Yep, and Frozen wants to deal with his push. They're actually heading back, so he'll be able to at least confirm there's no one pushing. Shox is going to get a bit more than he bargained for here. A great angle.
Shot.
Great shot. And hello.
Oh!
He's found the knife out crew. Bemis with a spray. Doesn't get ready for Shox, though, and so this could spiral.
Carrigan's
I was
gonna die in
just
the
got an
back.
AK, and yeah, Carrigan shot in the back.
Bomb down.
He can't let this slip away. Chris J's going to start getting triggered. He pulls on his. Finds himself 1.
This is 3 for Shox. Individually doing very well, but Apex picks up the AK, picks up the frag. Goodbye, Chris J. That
the
bomb
bomb.
stays safe. Frozen going to try and leer
Not
forward.
again, surely.
Let's see if the man can really keep clutching this out. Shox was eventually his nemesis. Eventually stopped those clutches happening, but he's found a bit of space. He's found Shox, right. Takes his time, doesn't shoot just yet. Now, where does he assume that his buddy...
You're going to take the kill. You want to take the shot.
Take that kill every day.
He's let Shox get away. This could be such a
using him
problem.
like a bit of a shield here, because of course Shox won't think he's behind him. Right, barrel spotted. Now that's kill time. Game on.
Not
Let's
again.
go. 1v1. Apex is probably livid, but could be in a good place for this. Slowly creeping up ramp.
Frozen plans for ramp and then goes back. It's a little wider than I imagined. Okay.
Smoke in play for Apex here and a Molotov. If he learns Frozen's position, he can isolate him with that Molotov, drop the smoke on the bomb, and try and get a 10-second defuse.
If. Smoke. No kit. Fakes it. Frozen does reveal his location and loads his mag. And the Molotov for the second go. He's played
time.
He's played this so well. He's played it so well. Frozen has won the round. He's done it again. Another 1v2. The heartbreaker for Vitality and 3 HP. Apex will bring the AK into the next, but good God, look how it started. This is 3 frags from Shox. 1, 2, another spectacular swing just to make sure Bemis didn't get away without anything. And then in the smoke, Carrigan loses the bomb from behind. This is the clutch, though.
I'm going to call this guy Iceman at this point. He's so calm.
He is.
So collected. For a young player to be clutching, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, this is just beautiful Counter-Strike that he's playing.
Yeah, and relentlessly. Like, he's done it for 2 maps straight against Team Vitality, a top 2 team.
like individually, so strong. Like, I can't clarify enough. Double orbs out though for the CT side, Chad. They're throwing everything into
They're
this.
desperate now.
They're going fast already. T-side pouring through middle, but Apex found one, Shocks with another. Let's see if they can finally deal with the pressure. No clutching this time, Frozen. Kill him mid-round early. Just don't leave him late.
Imagine if Ropsman was a 1-on-5.
No.
Shut
I'll
up,
flip
Chad.
the table.
Shut up, Chad.
I'm not even doing the post-game segment if you want this.
Oh, no. 1v5s. Don't really happen.
No, I'll paint the realistic angle right now.
Okay,
If you
what
are
should
Rops,
happen?
there is a key element right here. Damage. As many kills as possible. Now, that sounds stupid. You say, well, yeah, win the round. No. If he can keep the CT side economy low, if he can take the AWPs out of the equation, get them dropped off the map, get them not carried on through to round number 24, he's done a great job. But with the clock sitting at 56 seconds and a lot of money in the bank balance for everybody, he should be working on some kills. He should be trying to find whatever he can. Now, systematically, he can clear. He can take his time. His biggest issue is having to deal with an AWP as the first point of contact.
Barrel.
Seen the barrel, and he snuck past. So here's at least one. He won't be expecting Shocks this close, though, surely.
So paranoid of those pillars. Yeah, Shocks just shoves the barrel up the nose. Not today, buddy. No more clutches. No more. 15-8 now.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of different approaches you can throw against the double AWP setup. This is a fantastic lockdown towards middle, pivoting off each other well here, Vitality, but same as Nuke. For them to be able to bring it back, it's very difficult to see that happening. Now, look, I don't want to rule it out. They gave it a really good crack over there on Nuke. It was 16-14, needed Frozen to clutch out to win the game. RPK doesn't have a gun. There it is. Oh, dear. Okay. I was really worried there that they'd be going into the last round of the game with no rifle on RPK. This could be a problem. Apex able to take down in-game leader on the other side of things. Chris J applying pressure. They know one ops over towards B. The man of the moment. What's he got?
How bold are you, Frozen?
Wants to make this look good.
All his lonesome doing it.
A hits the right play. Look at this in rotation. And a passive hold right now. Apex towards the site. Zywoo over towards the deck. Got Masuda passive middle, ready to rotate over quickly. Lots of nades to slow this down, though. Molotov on Zywoo. HE to deny the plant. Apex with the Molotov as well. They have smokes for the retake. To win this round, Mousesports have to hit headshots.
There we go. They're in high flat. Oh, my God, BMAS. He's just gone ahead of all of it. All that
Another.
utility. Come off it. Who is this guy? 3 now remain. CT side trembling.
Yeah, and he's actually gotten away with murder. Okay. Smoke will do. Just trying to drop his utility before he goes down. Zywoo is low.
Zywoo goes here. It's a round.
It's the round. It could be the game. Yeah, RPK. He's going to have to do it all with Shocks. This one a lot less clear-cut. Oh, dear. Smoke, that's the best bet. Does find one. Shocks into the side. Smoke's off short. Need to get that person out of the smoke. It's Frozen. Close quarters, and he's got them both. Of course it's Frozen. Who better than Frozen to close out the game? It's 16-8, folks. Mousesports taking down Vitality, and they're off to the playoffs.
On top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I call a shot to the man with with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting the blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish, yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now.
You call my bluff for the last time. This ain't a song, it's a battle cry.